that methodology, and then turning to the inducers. Now I want to go from all that research now. All of that was before this was even being talked about, even being thought of. But I'm going to go into this now. And going into this is an all-natural product. It's not a drug. There's no chemicals in it. It doesn't even have a childproof cap. And being a natural product, we can't say that it cures anything. So I can't talk about these diseases. If you ask me about diseases, I can't talk to you about them in correlation to this. All right? If you want to come up and talk to me afterwards, I'd be more than happy to talk with you. But the FDA regulates the wellness industry along with other things and says that natural products can't cure diseases. Okay?
They don't pay the FDA enough.
Yeah. What she said. So I'm not going to argue with them or take them on, because if we try to take them on and we break their rules, what happens to this?
It goes off the market.
It goes away, and I don't ever want to see this go away. Oh my goodness, what it's done for me and my family and my parents and many, many other people. Even if my doctor says, hey, ever since you've been taking product B, you don't have this anymore, and he writes it out, you can't come up here and say, my doctor's saying I don't have this. That's still illegal. So let's obey the rules on it. Let's not put things on Facebook and social media and things like that. And I'm letting some people record. I see there's some recording going on. Please don't put it on social media because it gets taken out of context, and just keep it for yourself for personal use. All right, fair enough? All right, so we can't say reverses aging because that would be a medical claim, which would be illegal. So we call it youthful aging, and it's telomere support. So there's the disclaimer. All right, so I was very fortunate to be with this company already for about 5 years. And we were at our annual convention, me and my wife, and this guy showed up, the geneticist, Bill Andrews. And he started teaching us about what his research is, and basically a lot of stuff like I just showed you. And then John comes out on the stage and says, I've never been more excited. This collaboration that I'm having with Bill Andrews, I feel like everything in my life has prepared me for this. He's a formulator of natural products for over 30 years. He formulated for GNC, Menarex, Nature's Sunshine, Nature's Way, over 600 companies during his 30 years. They would knock on his door as a private label manufacturer and say, John, make a product for us that does this. So nearly 2,500 different products, 600 companies, 27 countries. Think he knows a little bit? He knows a lot. He got to sit down and work with some of the greatest scientists and geneticists and all of these other people in all these companies. Then he would travel to other cultures and learn what they would do through things being passed down from generation to generation. Like he was, I think he was in somewhere in the Himalayas, and he'd say, I noticed you drink this tea at every meal. What's in it? Why do you take it? What's the properties of it? And he'd learn about it. He rode elephants to the top of the Himalayas and learned about Shivaji and bought a bunch of acres up there so he'd always have access to the destroyer of weakness. That's what Shivaji means. So he formulated for other companies for about 30 years, and he said there was never one time where they didn't compromise his formulations and the quality of it. Either what was in there or where you get them. So he'd put them together and they'd say, yeah, this looks really good, but that's not a big enough profit margin for us. So we need to take that out, and where you say to get that calcium over there in the world, we'll get it over here. It's like half the price. Which means what? Non-absorbable. It's going to be inorganic rather than organic and water-soluble. So John has always been known for symbiotically putting together phytochemicals from plants. Not the plants themselves. When you look at the ingredients, that's not what you're getting. You are getting something derived from those in the way of a phytochemical. He has a proprietary extraction process. He knows how to blow plants up and then go in and extract the phytonutrients. So when we look at we look at a plant, like let's say, I don't know what, milk thistle. We look at milk thistle and we're like, there's milk thistle. But what John sees is between 500 and 800 different phytonutrients inside that, all with a different blueprint. They all do something different. And when you take them all together, some of them cancel other things out. So you're not getting the benefit of them. So what he does is he goes in and he extracts them. and then he puts them together with phytochemicals from other plants. And he knows how to naturally ferment them together, and then give them a delivery system so they get to the cells. And he's always formulated that way, and it's proprietary. And he says, people have tried to figure it out and how I'm doing it. He says, nobody's even come close. They'll never figure it out. It's very complicated. So he already knew how to formulate like that. What didn't he know about? Telomeres. He comes out on the stage and he says, I didn't know all this about telomeres that Bill's teaching me. And based on what he's teaching me, I'm building a brand new lab in my backyard. It'll be about $4 million and about 62,000 square feet. And I'm bringing in all the equipment that I need based on what Bill's sharing with me. And he says, I'm pretty excited because I think I can do something about it. So this is just the announcement of that collaboration. Peter said it was a tough time getting them to come together, because science and wellness, drugs and natural compounds don't usually come together. Not when you're that extreme, a genius on both ends. But when God has his mind made up, there isn't anything that stops it. And he brought science and wellness together. Peter said when he got them in the room together, they butted their heads. It wasn't like hug and warm fuzzy feelings. They didn't get along. But now they're best friends. I mean, I had dinner with the two of these guys, and they're just amazing. They both agreed that they couldn't have done this without each other. And Bill says it's the greatest collaboration of his lifetime, and he's never been more excited. Now, when he did announce this collaboration, he got a lot of bad media press from his colleagues for him partnering up with a wellness company. Can you believe that? Yeah, you can, huh? So there's over $40 million in that bottle right there, and over 60 years of combined experience that's produced that. This is very rare, very unique, and they both believe it's a divinely inspired thing that's happened. This next little video I'm going to show you, I called up Bill and I said, Bill, it would probably be really cool if we did a little video together.